Welcome back to Talk of the Sounds. I'm your host Arenma, and joined with me in the studio today we've got Mazz and Felicia Buena. Can everyone give them a hand, please? The 4 people in the room. How are you guys doing today?
Good. Yeah.
You came late. What happened? What happened?
Too bad I can't take responsibility.
You can blame Avanti West Coast, not me.
What do they do? Why are we blaming them?
Because they're always late. Always late. Manchester London service is, it's not ideal. Not ideal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were in London today. You said you had a Buddhist thing.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this Buddhist thing.
Well, I'm a Buddhist.
Yeah.
I just went to the centre, which is actually not in London. It's in Taplow, if anyone knows what it is.
What's Taplow?
It's like near Maidenhead. It's like near Slough.
Okay, yeah. I know where Slough is. It's on the way to Windsor or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like near there.
Like
Lizzie Line.
Okay. But you're from Canterbury and you're from Manchester.
I'm from Ramsgate, but I go to uni in Manchester.
You go to uni in Manchester?
Mm-hmm.
You're from Ramsgate?
Mm-hmm.
This is so interesting.
Yeah.
Peeling back more layers.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess like early musical memories for both of you. What was like some of your earliest music memories?
Well, I did.
Ramsgate and Canterbury are mad close to each other.
Oh yeah.
But we weren't like, we were friends, but like, we only became like best friends at like 21, which is weird because we literally live very close.
Yeah, we were more mutuals for like a long time, and then we became one.
Oh, so you guys met each other, I guess, prior to making music.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So now that you've come to start making music, does that make it a lot easier to work together then?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a lot nicer working with your best friend than working with like someone that you don't know as well. I think that like the musical, like making the song was definitely easier, but also it's one of those things where like I don't always want to talk to you about music. Do you know what I mean?
That's really I feel like we can have way more of an open dialogue because we are friends.
Yeah.
But then you don't want your friendships just to be about like music.
Yeah.
Not in a that sounds bad. Not music in the creative sense, in the business sense, because a lot of music actually is like the like technical side of like how you're going to promote this. How do you know what I mean? And you don't want to be like sat there on the phone at like 11. Like we need to talk about promo.
How do you keep that balance between professional and friendship?
To be honest, I think when it gets a bit much, we'll just be like, actually, let's just not talk about music. Like,
we'll just schedule. So like, I feel like we have a boundary where it's like, we're gonna plan when we talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we'll just ring each other up and be like, why haven't you done this?
Yeah. We do Zooms.
Yeah.
We don't FaceTime about music.
Yeah.
So if you're Zooming, then you know it's
official.
Yeah.
But if you get a FaceTime call, you know, okay.
Yeah.
She might just need to vent.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
We divulged so much. I forgot what the original question was. Sorry.
No, I mean, to be fair, it was originally musical memories, but I think I kind of also jumped to you guys working together just off of being friends and being from similar areas. Because Ramsgate and Canterbury aren't that far from each other.
No. Yeah, 20
I actually went
minutes
to uni in Canterbury, so.
Oh, what? Uni of Kent?
Yeah.
I lived like 10 minutes from there, or lived past 10.
Where?
Tyler Hill.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Sorry,
and so we met properly when we went to UCA.
I do know UCA.
Yeah, so we went to UCA for our art foundation. That's how.
I see. So the song I did have in question was "Dead to Me" when I was referring to you guys working together.
Yes.
How did that all come about?
So I found the beat. I really love Yojic's production style, and whenever I write, I normally freestyle. So I was just like sat off my bed, just like freestyled it, played it back. I was like, oh, that's actually okay.
Yeah.
And then like put it into my computer, recorded it in my mic, sent it to Felicia. This is very quick off the back of each other. Probably
this was last summer, by the way.
Like, this was quite a while ago.
Yeah, this is like a really long time ago.
And then so I recorded my part. I actually did write a second verse in where Felicia's bit is, but I didn't. And then I took it out. I was like, this would be so much better with like more, like someone else's energy.
Mm-hmm.
Sent it to Felicia. I didn't know if she could get anything from it, and then literally within the night she sent me back her verse, and then "Dead to Me" was born basically from that.
Yeah.
Who's dead to you? This is like a. Is that a conversation? Is that a conversation we can have? Or
they know who they are. No, I'm joking. I don't actually think it's. I always say this.
No, it is.
I do always say this about all of my songs. I always say it's not just about one person.
Yeah.
I think
she can say what she thinks.
I think so it is about
every
a
song
person.
is like a group diss.
Normally, yeah.
Okay.
But maybe you don't believe that this is a group diss. You believe this is a specific diss.
No, I agree with, because I write the same way. I always think it's like a group. When people are like, is this song about me? And it's like, no, actually, it's not. It's like a you inspired it. But no, I feel like when you wrote it, I feel like at the time there were pivotal people that did influence.
There's a few people, but it's not. I genuinely, when you're saying it, I'm trying to think: is there one person? It's still group diss.
It's still group diss.
Yeah.
It's still group diss, but the group probably, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like also there was that thing of like we're leaving certain things in the last year.
Yeah.
So it is actually like you are kind of gone now. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't look at you're smirking. You can't help yourself right now. You're loving it.
Oh, no, that makes it sound really evil.
No, but it's true.
Yeah.
What have you guys left in the last year that's not being brought into this year? Or what like aspects of yourself are you not bringing into this year that you've kind of cut out from last year?
I don't know. I mean, in a musical sense, trying to be bolder and just like more like true to myself and like leaving the imposter syndrome stuff back there. Yeah. Leaving a few people in last year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think just maybe like fear is a big thing I'm trying to leave in last year.
Fear. What does that look like for you? And then also for you as well.
What does fear look like?
Yeah, like in your case, like
fear of like.
Does that question make sense?
Yeah. I think just fear of like, I don't know, not doing things I want to do, like not doing them because I'm scared of X, Y, Z people's opinions, blah blah blah. But this year, trying to actually commit to like what I want to achieve, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's like an energy shift. Like I feel like it is people, but it's more just like when I think about what I'm trying to leave behind, it's just like my tutors at uni always say that like you always have the ideas, but you never like have the confidence to like execute it. So I'm just trying to be more like have more self-respect and more just like confidence in myself and what I am trying to say and bring to the table. Yeah, basically, and just not be fearful of what people are going to think, because people actually aren't looking at you more than you think they are. So it's like it's really important to just like I'm just trying to get out of my own head, just live presently and then just do. I'm saying a lot of words, a lot of nothing, but yeah.
No, but I mean it's making sense to me. It's making sense to me. I do hear that as well. So I guess how has your year been so far?
So far, actually, so good.
Yeah.
I feel like we've changed. I feel like we've changed rapidly.
Yeah. I think it was great to start the year with this song.
Yeah.
Because it's like we had to like jump into action.
And it's weird because I feel like maybe because we're so close, but I feel like we're always on such similar like wavelengths.
Yeah.
So I feel like when we've like set an intention of how we want this year to be. But I feel like things have changed very quickly. I feel like we went to Paris together.
Yeah, Paris.
How was that? What was that like?
Paris was a whole lot of going out and shopping and it was fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
And then obviously you started the song as well, just like being unapologetic, I feel like, is the vibe. On unapologetically yourself.
Yeah.
Basically.
I mean, I kind of want to stay on Paris a little bit because I love travel, so I do like want to know everything about your experience out there. Like, was it a spur of the moment decision to go? Was it planned? Was it? What's the A to Z of this trip?
Kind of.
Because it was basically a uni trip for Mazz that she was like to our friends like, do you guys want to come?
Yeah.
And I got my ticket like a week before. Like if you know me, like
lastminute.com.
Yeah, like
that's your brand.
Yeah,
right?
like this today, everything's on brand. Like but it will happen. I will be there. I will always show up. Everything, but just have it will be last minute.
It was uni trip and then trying to just coast off of that. Might as well stay out. I ended up staying 8 days in Paris, which was
okay. How long were you meant to be out there?
Well, my uni trip was only 3 days, 2 nights. Stayed in another 2 nights with my friend in a hotel, and then they came and joined us for another 4 nights. So
okay. What was that 4 days like?
Good.
Yeah, we'd never been away together either.
No.
Like, it was all like first. Yeah. It was really fun. Like,
did you guys learn anything new about each other? Sorry to interrupt you, but
I learned lots of things about myself. Just like, I don't know. I think it's you always learn when you're with loads of like people. Like, you learn how important like your space is. So I actually learned that I've been a bit of a homebody for quite a while, and I started to miss that near the end. I was like, I just want my room and my space. But also I think we learned like we would communicate well.
Yeah, I don't mean it in like I know you really well. I don't feel like I learned anything new about you.
No.
Like, I feel like it was everything I already knew, but it was just like confirmed that like there is like strength in our friendship.
Aww.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how
you weren't aware of that before?
No, like I think I think going away, like, it's obviously, especially with like, I don't know, like 5 girls.
Yeah.
Do you mean you're all getting ready? Like, it's a closed environment. I don't know. I didn't learn anything new. It just made me realise, like, oh yeah, like, we do understand each other. Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it like coming back to London after that 8 days, or I guess 4 days for you?
Yeah.
Breath of fresh air.
I think because you were there for 8. I feel like I was one of the only people. I don't know if that's bad. Is that bad? Basically, I think we've got like a very emotional group of friends.
Yeah,
but I didn't cry which is groundbreaking for me. So I feel like it was like I was on such a high. So
I mean, was there any reason for you to cry while you were out there? That you were surprised that you didn't cry?
I just think going away in general, like, I feel like that trip really creatively inspired me because I need to be in new spaces to like spark something again.
Yeah.
So I think just in general, I feel like just being anywhere new is like overwhelming. Yeah. So I'm surprised I didn't cry. I was like, oh, crazy. So I was like I was just running off a high, and then I didn't come back to London. I went back to Manchester on my own.
Yeah.
So I was just like ready to, just with all these ideas, like just I don't know, like a more open outlook on stuff. Yeah, I was gassed to come back.
To be fair, we did have a bit of a like second to last night. We were just like talking, we were like inspiring each other.
Yeah,
that was quite funny.
Yeah, it was really creepy actually. We were just like laying there at 1 a.m, like, wow, oh my god, like we're gonna do this.
Gotta go harder. Gotta grind. Gotta get that money. But like 1 a.m, just like pitch black.
And they were like, yeah, right, no, yeah, see you later. We just like turned over. Like,
did that energy carry over when you came back?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think
there was no conviction in that yet.
No, I actually think it did.
No, I think it has because I think our energy this year is just more. It's more like, I know it's only February, but it just feels more. I feel more like settled in myself.
Yeah.
Last year I literally released like 1 song, and I'm not even that proud. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it was a good song.
It was a good song. But I don't know, I feel like this year is just getting out of your own head. It just feels a lot more like in the real world type thing.
Yeah. Speaking of the real world, I wanna speak on London City freestyle because I think I speak to so many people who maybe have moved to London not long ago or have lived here for a while, and I think everyone I speak to is kind of starting to come to the realization that London's not all it's cracked out to be.
Yeah, definitely.
But you've spoken to finding peace here, so I kind of wanted to pick your brain on that a little bit.
London City Freestyle is literally the most contradicting song ever. Like at the end, I'm literally like, London City's such a disgrace. Like I have a love-hate relationship with London. Mm-hmm. Like I used to be so excited when I was here, when I used to travel up. I think being from such a small city, not really a city, like it is a city, but it's tiny. Coming to places like London, going to like Shoreditch, like I was just like, oh my god, this is the most amazing place ever. You meet so many people, everyone's so friendly. And then I think reality definitely sat in when I moved here, and it's actually really lonely if you actually, I don't know, like when you live here, and especially when you live potentially on your own or like not with many people, it can be a very lonely place because there's so many people doing stuff, but actually it can be really hard to like connect with people. Almost people are like just like tunnel vision, like
got somewhere to go, got somewhere to be, got some shit to do.
I think it's a very inspiring place. I don't think I would be where I am if I hadn't have moved to London, especially musically, meeting so many people, really like finding the scene and stuff. But also I think I'm going to benefit from coming out of London for a bit and then coming back to having a new relationship with it after uni, like separating myself kind of thing.
How do you find peace in London?
How do I find peace in London? Oh my god, in my bedroom,
solitude,
literally on my own in my room.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a weird place to look at it now in February. I think in the summer I feel a lot more peaceful in London. I love London in the summer, like going to parks and stuff. Southwark Park is really near me, and that's a nice place to be. I guess there I find peace. But at the moment, in my room.
In your room.
Yeah.
What about you? Because Ramsgate, Manchester, London.
Yeah, I think
when you first came, what was that like? Because you said you can get overwhelmed
to
by
London.
new places. Yeah.
Yeah, I think same as Mazz. Like when you grow up in Kent, especially as well being like mixed or black. Like I feel like when you're in Kent, you definitely come to London so much more because it's like almost like a safe space and so much going on. So you're like really, really excited. But yeah, I do find London overwhelming. And well, yeah, even today, like before we were coming here, I was saying like I was like so flustered. I was like, I just find London, like the travel here so much. I think for me, like going to Manchester was like such a blessing. And my dad always says like he's like really glad that I didn't go to London and I went to Manchester just to have like a network somewhere else. Because something for me creatively is like when people are like, oh, but like London's where everything is, and I'm like, this is not the case. Like obviously there's so much talent here, and like all my friends are in London making music. It's like amazing, but I think it's important not to have like a closed like southern London centric mindset on the work, because there's so much more to it. And yeah, I think when you get like that, you're not really opening your eyes to like, well, just everything. Creatively is limiting, but then I think it limits your mindset on so many things, because that's why I feel like London can be quite lonely creatively, because everyone's, I don't know, because I don't want this to come across the wrong way. It's more just I think it's important to like collaborate and talk to people and not be so like in your own head. So I just like having a base somewhere else so I can just dip in and out when I need to, because otherwise it'd just be too much.
You have a healthier relationship with London that way. When you can kind of come and go. You know?
100%.
And speaking of like, I guess finding a scene or whatever, what is it like creatively in Manchester?
I find it so inspiring. Like, I don't know, I think I've been a bit cautious. Like I haven't done like a gig up there like ever, because I don't want to
really?
Like I did start uni in COVID, so I guess that's like took a whole year out of everything. But I think the scene up there, like one of my close friends, Cam, like he runs this like music event up there, like Origin. That's like a weekly thing where they're literally uplifting like artists like every week from Manchester or like the north. There's so there's so many things that are going on like up there, but I just wouldn't want to sort of like put myself in a space and be like, I'm this southerner trying to, I don't know, like I wouldn't want to take over where I don't feel confident yet, if that makes sense. So I'm just waiting for the right time where I feel more like confident in my music to then start doing stuff up there.
Well, do you not feel confident in music already? Like your first song had like a crazy reception.
I think
And also, do you want to speak to like how that made you feel as well? Like, were you surprised? Were you like, oh, I saw this coming?
No,
Did you
I
plan
didn't.
for that? What was that all like?
I haven't really seen anything coming. I think I'm really like living in imposter syndrome, where it's like we were saying the other day, like it's this like constant chase where you feel like I'm like trying to chase to be this certain type of person or certain type of like how I view myself or how I want to be perceived. But then you never really like enjoy what's happening, or can really like realise that what you are right now like is still worth something. I
understand like wanting to, I guess, continue to be better and continue the chase, because I can kind of relate to that in a way. But do you kind of like every now and then, and you too, Mazz, do you every now and then do you kind of like stop and just look at the progress that you have made already?
We try to, especially we did like a viewing party for Dead to Me, and I think I'm definitely very passionate about celebrating like anything that I see as like a win, even if I haven't even seen the results yet, like of streamings and stuff. I will throw a party or have a meal or do something just to commemorate it. But I actually don't think I take as much time as I should to step back and be like, oh, mad, like this is pretty sick. I've done quite well if I look from where I've come. I think it's hard, and I think that like being in this industry, you're constantly comparing yourself, and that's what I mean by this year. I'm like trying to put tunnel vision on myself, because you've always got somebody else to look at and think, oh, I'm not there, I'm not doing those numbers. But there's people who haven't even like, do you know what I mean? It's like even just releasing a song and releasing it is a big thing in my personal goals. So yeah, I definitely think that I could do a lot more to commemorate myself, but it's hard.
Yeah, for me it's like not even, it's not about numbers. It's not that I'm not, it's because like with Be Mine, that like blew up one day and was getting like crazy streams, and I was like, this is nuts, like I didn't expect this to happen. But I could never really enjoy it because I was like, that song like I don't feel like represents me. It's more that, it's more just I feel like I want my, like I feel like my sound doesn't represent me. Do you know what I mean?
So your sound doesn't represent you? So is that you saying there's more experimentation?
Yeah, 100%. And it's like, yeah, there's just so, like I want to learn how to produce, like I just want to like fully like take control of things and like be way more involved with that whole process so I can like outlet what's going on in my brain.
So does the lack of confidence you've spoken about then just come from where you know you can go as opposed to what you've already actually done?
And it's not even like, oh, I can do so much better. It's more just, like for me it's like I can see that this sound, this like vision that I want to make, and then when it's hard, we don't have the confidence, which is why I'm trying to scrap that, to like put that out in the world. Then when you like, when things blow up that you didn't expect to, or maybe you don't like resonate with anymore, it's hard to like give it the full like appreciation it deserves. I still try to, like, do you know what I mean? Like I am like so appreciative for everything.
So let's talk about this, because obviously before we got into it, you were speaking about your manager at work being a fan of, being a fan of your songs.
Yeah.
Can we speak on that a little bit?
Yeah.
So you said you work 2 jobs at the moment, right?
Yeah.
One is at a restaurant and a bar.
Yeah.
And the other one is what's the other one?
I work for a girl who
a Depop chick.
Yeah.
So speak on the fans you have at work, at the restaurant, at the bar.
No, everyone's really supportive. Everyone's really nice. Like at first, like I don't really like talk about like what I do, and then it's more we started following each other on Instagram, and then they were like, I saw your Instagram and what's this like dead to me? And then when we were doing the promo, we were obviously going like really like ham with it, and I'd walk in like this guy, he'd be like, so I'm just he's like, it's coming out on like, what was it, the 15th of, like he knew the date, like he was like, it's coming out on the 15th of January, isn't it? And I was like, this is working. I was like, people actually remember. But yeah, everyone is really nice. Everyone's really supportive and lovely.
Have you had similar experiences, Mazz, where it's like, I don't know, you go to work or something and someone's like, oh, I heard your song on Spotify the other day, I didn't know you made music.
Sometimes they play my songs at work and I get so shy, but everyone at my work is really creative, so like there's a few musicians, and like, so it's like not uncommon to be in an artist, like there's loads of artists, like my boss always jokes about the fact that they just hire musicians, and then he's like, I don't know why we keep hiring musicians like without knowing they're musicians until they start working. But yeah, the same thing, everyone's very supportive. I'm actually performing at my work in like a couple months and stuff, which is cool, and it's nice that I feel like that's something I can do. Like I like being able to merge, do you know what I mean, and feel I feel like in my work actually they're accepting of my other stuff, and so that is really nice.
There must be quite I guess a freedom in doing that, because I guess anyone here could probably speak to this in the room as well, like when you go to work you kind of have to compartmentalize aspects of yourself. So is that something you feel like you've had to do at work, or if you're performing there then probably not though, right?
I think at first I always, like when I start a new job, I kind of keep it quiet for the first couple months. I'm like, no, not talking too much.
Ease them into
but actually now I'm quite like loud and proud about the fact that I make music, because actually it's helped me to meet certain people. Like they shared it on their Instagram the other day, so I get customers come in and be like, oh, I saw your song, like da-da-da-da. But that's actually quite nice, because it's like, I don't know what they do, they might, do you know what I mean? Like that's actually, I've seen the positives of actually just being a bit more honest and open about the fact that I make music, because I could meet someone really cool or whatever, like gain some fans and stuff.
Were you not always open and honest about the fact that you made music?
No, I think I don't know, I think it, like I was saying about that whole thing of being a bit more vulnerable and open in general, I think that's my thing this year, is just being honest about everything. But I think there is that like inclination to kind of keep it to myself, because that is just naturally who I am, but actually more and more I'm trying to be a bit more just like owning it. because I want, do you know what I mean? This is what I want to do. So I might as well just be like, yeah, I'm a musician. Even though I have to work another job, like still, this is what I want to pursue. Yeah. So I might as well just,
Have you ever? Did you ever go through that when you first started making music? You were hot out the gate though. So
I was what?
I said you had like a successful song out the gate. So did you have the same?
Well, no, because it owned like. What do you mean, Be Mine?
Yeah.
No, because that one, it literally was like the most like normal. Not even normal. Like I didn't promote it. Like nothing. Like I moved up to Manchester. This is how we met. We both used to make sing videos on Instagram, like covers on Instagram. Yeah. So like I literally was so embarrassed. Like I didn't even know how you made music. Like I didn't make music until I moved up to Manchester because I was like, I don't want anyone to like know about this. Like I remember speaking to you like on a Zoom, being like, I don't know.
You kept it quiet at first as well.
Well, yeah, because I just liked singing, but I just like I don't know.
You like singing, but you didn't necessarily like making music.
I just didn't know how to even go about it, and also being from Kent, I was like, I don't want to embarrass myself. Like I'm already like this like loud, but I'll just leave it. And then maybe mine. I didn't re-promote it or anything, and then I don't know how it blew up, but it was literally like 1,000 streams for like a year, and then I sent it to a DJ, Jotty, and it was like a thing where she like puts songs. She like puts them on Twitch and like whoever's watching like picks which one they like. Yeah. But I didn't even get to see it because I think I was working. But I don't know when. But I think that is what made it just like the streams go like crazy. Yeah. So I don't know. And as well, I'm not really embarrassed to tell people. It's more just because it's very like I just make it in my bedroom. I forget that it's like a thing on the internet. Yeah. It feels like. Do you know what I mean? It's like. Yeah. You're
that immersed in it where it's not anything to you type
thing? I don't know. So, no, it wasn't really a thing until, like, last year, I'd say. But I don't really get embarrassed. It just sort of, when people, like, listen to it, it just reminds me it is an actual thing out there and not just something I've made in my room.
Plus, you guys are leaving embarrassment and shyness in 2022.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. All this self-deprecation is
dead to me. It's a new energy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Speak to me about the video and how, like, that came together.
The video. I worked with Karen, my literal favourite director to work. Well, I mean, only director I've worked with because she did my other video, Hate Myself and Love. But I mean, first, I'm just really big on like working with women, especially when we're trying to create something that's very much within the like female gaze. Yeah. It's like really important for her. She executed it perfectly and like got it. And I didn't even really tell her what I wanted from the video, and she got it. And so shout out to Karen. But I just love working with visuals as a medium. I think they're really cool, and you've got so much you can like play with. I'm still on that journey. Like I want to release as many videos as possible in this year. But yeah, I kind of I think as soon as Felicia sent me back the song and I was listening to it in full, I was like, this has potential to be a really cool video. Yeah. And I was like, and I want all of our friends in it. Like that's the vibe that it's giving. It's giving like a I don't know if I can swear, but it's like a fuck you anthem type thing, and I wanted all of my friends to be part of that, and that was like really amazing.
And also just like I can't even be so much effort from every single person involved went into that. Like it's crazy. And
it was a big success, but it's like we kept calling it like a passion project. Like it's not just a video. Like it's a passion project, and
a lot has gone into it.
And like we wanted it to convey a certain emotion in everybody part of it and everybody watching it, and I think that has been like successfully done. So
what did you intend to convey?
Empowerment, and I think like not to being a woman in the industry is really difficult, and so for me it was really important to kind of create a video and but change how women are normally perceived in videos, and like being a little bit more like I don't know
a bit bolder
and like really just like being our true selves, and
just we wanted everyone to just look and be like, wow, do you know what I mean, like this is sick.
The colour coordination was top tier. I love colours, like I love light bright colours, so seeing how they all came together on set was
shout
and having our friends there as well, just because we always say like you always see guys in videos with all their friends there, but it's so interesting, like when you look at it from the music industry from like a wider, like actual commercial level, because like even the idea of like women working together, like women in the industry like are from like made to be like pitted against each other.
That's true.
Like
that's
it's just wild.
Or there can only be one.
Like that's why Always Deep is like, why can there only be like one box for someone? Like why can't we all coexist? And actually that's why I think, well, obviously we like built our friendship before, but I think that's why then doing this song now, there's so much strength to it. Because I don't know, it's just it's really beautiful to see it all come together.
Well, and come together beautifully it did, you know, with the video out now, new energy this year, you know, empowerment, no more imposter syndrome, no more shame, no more embarrassment. What's next for you guys? What's the plan for this year? More directing from you, Mazz, or?
Yeah, more videos, more songs. Honestly, I just want to see how far I can go and how much I can get out. There's no limit to how much I want to release this year. And releasing intuitively, vulnerably, seeing what I can do, trying to stretch myself creatively as much as possible, finishing uni this year, so hopefully after summer, like really pushing that. A lot to come from me.
And you, Felicia?
I think I'm just trying to see myself as like, not limiting myself to like one medium. Like I write poetry as well, and like I don't want to say it out in the world, but now I feel like I've said it, like it's got to happen. Like I want to produce my own stuff, even if it's not everything. Like I really want to be able to like be, just bring that to life. So I just want to be making things from like just bringing different things together, different mediums, and just seeing what comes from that. I can see it, but I don't want to say it out loud. But like I know where it's going. Like I know what I envision coming out into the world this year. So hopefully that happens.
Well, I hope it happens to you, both of you as well. Thanks for coming. That was Talk of the Sounds. I'm your host Arenma, and we're done.
Come on.
That was cool, man.